The downturn our economy has taken is affecting you all in so many ways. Every day we hear about more people being laid off and of staggering unemployment rates. Dark money and spending bills are now common words that so many of us have become familiar with. But at this time, there are still a lot of opportunity for personal and professional growth. Turning to the academy is an option that many of us have considered with the hopes of better spend our skills, knowledge, and better prepare for the day after the recession is over. This economic crisis also offers ample of opportunity to come together as a community. Social organizations now provide good networking opportunities. And for the professional Latino community, ALPFA provides just that and much more. Part of ALPFA's belief is in nurturing a strong relationship and partnership with leading academic institutions in the US. One of our strong partnerships is with the world-renowned Harvard University, which has been a partner since April 2007. As part of this partnership, Harvard provides ALPFA with a scholarship to be used at the Harvard Extension School. And over the last 2 years, Harvard has presented the scholarship to ALPFA Executive Summit.
Well, I think in their job, whether they're going into a new job or an existing job, it's just very important for them to be aware of what's going on around them and understanding the culture, understanding the situation. And again, it's largely dealing with people in the organization, and how do you develop positive relationships, constructive relationships that'll be helpful. Understanding the culture as well. Is it a reinforcing culture, one where people respect each other, or is it a dog-eat-dog organizational culture? And then maybe making a decision that as to whether you want to stay with that. I think probably very important for most people is to stop once in a while and think about whether they're even in the right organization and not going against the current. So I just think it's one of, you got to work hard, understand the business, learn from people who have things to teach you, and be sensitive to the people around you. You know, respect those people that deserve respect. Avoid the ones that don't deserve your respect, and try to achieve. Understand what's really positive for the organization. And try to work on those things that have priority. The case studies, first of all, get people into real situations, so they have to be practical about it. Theory just isn't enough by itself. Yeah. But when you're learning about something, one thing you learn about is facts. Now, for facts and knowledge, you don't need cases. You can read a book, you can have a lecture. The second level of learning is around skills. And there the cases are very powerful because they force people to develop skills at identifying problems and then analyzing the problems and then formulating courses of action. So it's at that level the case works very powerfully. And surprisingly to most people, I have found in my career the most difficult part is identifying the problem. Most people have a lot of solutions for the wrong problems in business, and so the great managers are the ones who actually identify the problem. At a third level is one around values and attitudes, and that also gets picked up in the case method. You see people arguing from different perspectives, bringing different values in, and then surfacing those so people can understand. So the most important part for the managers to me are those other levels of skills and values over the knowledge, because the knowledge you can get in lots of different The objective was to help these schools provide good business education, because most of them, and this is not true just of minority schools, this is true of a lot of business schools in this country, just lectured out of textbooks and they weren't really learning anything. So I kept telling them the most important thing you've got is your faculty. That's really the heart of education, and they have to be, I remember a group of 12 faculty members, and I said, how much contact do you have with the business community? And I looked around, and I got no eye contact. Looking here. And finally, one brave woman said, none. And that's where we started. And basically, those faculty members were almost afraid to talk to business people because of the nonsense they knew about business. And if they ever told a real business person what the theories were, that person would look at them and say, you're crazy. That's not the way it works in business. And so there was a gulf. And what we've attempted to do over the last 15 years or so is to get the faculty into executive programs where they can meet people in their field. I think what makes this one different is that we've had a few parts of the system all collapsing at the same time. So we had the housing crisis, and we had the credit and the swaps and all those things taking place at one time. And I think, to me, it was inevitable. We had safeguards up, and starting in the 90s, people like Senator Graham from Florida wanted to get rid of these regulations and protections. And once those were gone, greed took over, and people just found lots of ways. You take AIG, and they thought they had all these models that protected and so on, but they missed the big assumption. What happens if everything collapses and you don't have the stuff there? So I think that the current administration is doing the right thing and reintroducing regulations that will prevent people from just doing what were stupid things, but from their point of view, were brilliant for making a lot of money very quickly. And so you'd make multi tens of millions of dollars every year in compensation, but there's no free lunch, and the American people now are paying for that. There's going to be a lot of opportunities in a lot of places. They're pushing technology with energy area. There's going to be a lot of changes taking place in the healthcare, which I think have opportunities for all the fields. So I don't think that there's any particular area that I would see going to have a great advantage over time. I think change brings opportunities, and there's going to be a lot of change over these next years, and I think smart people are going to find a lot of places that A, they can make a contribution to society, which I think is very important, and B, they can make money, which they think is very important, and that's fine. I think there's nothing wrong with making money. Leaders are people who share some kind of characteristics. They're willing to take risks. They have ideas about what they'd like to see happen or where they'd like to go. And very importantly is that they have empathy. They can relate to people. I think, you can look at Barack Obama and the characteristics he has, communicating, letting people in. He's charismatic. There's lots of things. There are different kinds of leaders, clearly, but I think willing to take risks, having some sense of what it is you want to do, and having empathy relating to people are fundamental to do this.